So this is kind of like a test run-ish.
A little bit, yeah. So he had to like submit a letter, get approval for him to change his hours, so he can make it to before care to pick them up by 6. Mm-hmm. And this is going to have to be the same in the summer to pick the kids up from camp by 6.
So this is his new normal.
Yes. And I still have enough time with, before care starts at 6:40, so I have enough time to drop them off to get to myself to work.
Okay.
So, hopefully this is our first trial run this week. Mm-hmm. And what's today? Wednesday. So yesterday, the first day that he had to go pick up the kids, because I was off on Monday. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a trial run. And he got home on time. Okay. Yesterday, he's leaving work and he gets off on a road that's extremely busy. It's near the airport. And I can feel his frustration. He literally is like a couple miles from 40, I-40.
Right.
It took him like almost a half hour just to get on 40.
Oh, God.
That right there, I can imagine how stressful it is. Mm-hmm. And so his GPS for his ETA to get to the school is creeping up and up and up. Okay. So he's telling me this, and I'm at work, and he's like, I don't know, my GPS is saying I'm getting there. I forgot exactly what time, and he was like, 5:50 or something like extremely like close enough for me to be like, fuck, you're not going to get there on time. Mm-hmm. Plus, recently somebody posted on Facebook, Clayton Moms, or I don't know where it was, about how rude it is when people come up and pick their kids up late from aftercares. Like, people have lives and and like all this stuff, so
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, someone had posted something about people showing up super late to pick their kids up when you're supposed to be picked up by 6. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so here I am thinking, I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna be us.
Sorry.
So I tell him, and I'm like, all right, listen, I'm like, I'll call you back in a half hour. Like, an order had come up, a stat order had come up in the ED, and I'm like, I'm going to go do this. I should be done within a half hour. I'll come back and I'll see where you are in your trip. Okay. Mm-hmm. And if your ETA has gotten longer, I luckily had someone working with me that I could leave, because sometimes I can't. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I will just get in the car and start driving home. But that doesn't guarantee me to get there on time, you know? So I called to go see if I can do this patient, and I can't. They're en route to their room. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, so now this is dragging us even further back. So I'm like, all right, let me just figure out a way to get the kids picked up. So in my mind, I'm thinking, so we can both relax about this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like, so Tim can relax, I can relax, and we can all just breathe. That's in my mind. I'm thinking I'm doing a good thing. Okay. So I call one of our friends up, and she also has her kid in. I didn't call her. I text her, because her kid is also in the same school, and he does aftercare every once in a while. So I text her, and I'm like, is your kid in after school care? And if they are, did you pick him up yet? Mm-hmm. And she goes, no, I got off at such and such time. He wasn't there today. Why? What's up? I tell her my dilemma, and she's like, I can definitely pick him up for you. I can help you out. But she's not on my list, because when I signed, I think all I did was I filled out paperwork for before care in the beginning of the year, and I don't think I met her till the year had already started. So she wasn't on any of my paperwork. Right. So I had to talk to the principal. I mean, the whole 9 yards. Luckily, I've talked to the principal before on the phone. She's like, okay, I know this is you. She's like, but I want to talk to you personally. So in case anything happened, it'd be on me and not the after caretaker, I'm like, I totally get it. And I apologized to the T. Like, I walked up to the door today. I was like, I'm so sorry to put you in that position yesterday, all this other stuff. Right. So anyway, I get all the ducks in a line, and the kids are getting picked up. And our friend is in the car already driving there. Like, she's already like, I'm over the bridge already. I'm like, all right, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I called him, because now I'm going to call him and let him know. And now this patient that I'm going to go do is finally in their room, and I can go do them, not worrying about having to get to the kids. Mm-hmm. I call him, and I'm like, hey. He's like, hey. I'm like, all right. I'm like, such and such is going to pick up the boys for us, so we don't have to worry about it. For some reason, I get a fucking attitude. Well, you said you were going to call me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but right when I got off the phone with you, I wasn't able to do what I had to do. So I wasn't getting off. I wasn't going to be able to leave at the time I said I was going to leave. You know what I mean? So I figured well, then why did I change my whole schedule around? And he like kind of gives me like a little bit of an attitude. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just thought I took
there
the
was
load.
a problem and I found a solution.
Yeah, I thought I just took the load off of both of us having to worry about getting the kids. And mind you, so we have like GPS on each other, like the Find Your Friends thing. So we always pretty much know, unless we're out of service or something, where each other are. Which, you know, we're pretty good with it. Like, I have nothing to hide, he's nothing to hide. So we just always know where each other are.
Yeah.
So
me and Eddie have it, and I use it like instead of like calling and be like asking,
Yep.
are you almost home yet? Like, I can just look up myself. See
or it works well with dinner. Like, how far is he out? Like, all right, oh good, he's 11 miles out. I can drop the noodles or whatever the hell, whatever you're cooking, or not that I cook a lot. Tim cooks more than I do, let's face it. But anyway, and I still to this point don't really understand why. Chew your ice there, girl. chew your ice. Yep. Christina thinks it's a good idea. Let's start chewing ice during a podcast, right in a microphone.
Could you hear it? Sorry. I was trying to move my head back.
Hey, chew it.
It's small now. Okay, sorry, Mom.
Production's going to hear about this.
I put too much ice in my wine glass.
Anyway, but like, I still don't understand why he was so annoyed with me. Whatever the case was, at that moment in time, I was just like, what the fuck? So get this. I get in my car to drive home, and now we have to rush for Boy Scouts. I get on my road that I normally get on, Buffalo Road. Guess what? Huge accident. I'm backed up. I've never been stopped on this road. I am like stopped and backed up further than you can think, and we're just at a dead stop. So, and I think to myself again, I'm like, all right, great. So if I did have to go get the boys because something happened on your end, I wouldn't have been able to get them either. And now I'm thinking about this on the way home, like, you see? And I'm like, in my head talking to myself as if I'm talking to him, like, you see what happened here? Like, if I didn't do that. Right. Exactly. And it's just like, and even him, what if by the time he got off whatever big road he's on, and because he also takes back roads, these like country back roads. What if there was an accident and you were at a dead stop? What were you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, and when I looked at his, it was like 5:55, and I looked to see where he was, and he was just passing our neighborhood. So it's like he literally would have made it within 5 minutes to get the boys on time. Granted, he would have made it, but it's like I still was a little
close to,
for me, it's a little too close for comfort, and I was still a little annoyed at the fact, like, why were you giving me an attitude that, like, our friend helped out and, like, we had everything, taken care of. So, I mean, I think a big part of it, too, was, like, he's like, oh, I changed my whole schedule around for this. Then why'd I do that type of thing, which I understand. But still, I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck? So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Today was day 2, and he got there with plenty of time. I think he got there around like 5:30, so which was great.
Nice.
So it's just a random. I'm sure Friday's going to be a crapshoot possibly because there's just a lot of traffic on Fridays. But so we shall see.
Hi guys, this is Little Logan. If you like what you heard, please rec and subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. They are total noobs. And could you help? Thanks. Bye.
So, mamas, if you're ever at a kiosk or a vending machine or a car wash and you just so forget how to quite do things, don't worry, I was in the same boat as you and kind of forgot how things work.
Or, if your husband has just been telling you a little white lie to save thousands of dollars and you find out that he's been bullshitting you, just know you're not alone.
Checkmate, bitch. Checkmate.
So if you have any suggestions of any topics you'd like to hear, or if you want us to possibly share your what the fuck moment of the week, email us at momsmouthingOff@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'd also like to have a big shout out, big thank you to our friends, family for giving us the material we use every week. Without them, this wouldn't be a podcast.
No, it would not. So thank you. We love you. And until next week, try not to lose your shit.
Yep. Bye, mamas.
Bye.